Yes, tonight of the Denver Broncos and the Buffalo Bills is Link Coffee Bar. Tomorrow is National Coffee Day. So if anyone is in the Denver metro area all day tomorrow, go to Link Coffee Bar. Come celebrate National Coffee Day. Free drip coffee all day. Live jazz from p.m. Free coffees all day, but the free music is from 3 to 5. It is located off of East 17th and Downing, uptown Denver, 2 blocks away from my house. Link Coffee. Get your free coffee tomorrow.
Camara Drive-In. It's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, 2017 Offensive Rookie of the Year, Alvin Kamara, fresh off a big performance a week ago, as it'll be the Denver Bronco taking on the Buffalo Bills. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
From the home of the Bills since 1973, there's a look at the newly named New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, New York. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle.
We are fired up.
The Denver Broncos and the Buffalo Bills. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you've got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by the 7th overall pick in 2018 from Wyoming. It's Josh Allen.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. Play action. Now it's Allen. And right away, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Now Allen. He's got the hook up to John Brown on the right side. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Quickly now, here's the Buffalo offense.
In the NFL, we love to talk about bloodlines and how important they can be. And for Zay Jones, he's got a terrific one. His dad, Robert, longtime linebacker in the NFL. big time with the Dallas Cowboys. And his uncle, Jeff Blake, a starting quarterback in the NFL at one point. What if he played catch with Uncle Jeff in the backyard a few times growing up?
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Defensively, we check the starters now for Denver. They were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
Yeah, they pitched a shutout in that game, didn't they? And those don't come around all that often in the NFL. The ability to keep someone out of the end zone and also from kicking one through the post. Well done.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down. Allen now on first down. And he finds Tyler Kroft. A gain of 6 there on first.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Allen's throw caught by Jones. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The numbers for Jones last week: 5 catches, 85 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Allen to throw. To throw again. Left side complete. Safarian Jenkins. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Geronimo Allison, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field.
That was a long drive.
That can be demoralizing.
So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018, drafted #1 overall the subsequent year, Kyler Murray.
Brandon, it's always nice when you get recognized with an individual award. And he was the week last week, but when you do it in a win, so much the better.
Absolutely, and he was all talking about that win, not so much the award he received on Wednesday.
And that's a nice-looking award. I wonder if he took it home, got out of the car, showed it off to the kids in the neighborhood, passed it around. I wonder what he did with it.
Accelerating, and off he goes. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you
Yes,
noted.
it has.
And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Geno Atkins able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a very
Welcome
tough
to
3rd
New York.
and 15 forthcoming.
It's been waiting for you.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And the grab by Croft. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They stop
AC,
him for only 3 that time.
I believe it's next.
Fourth down.
That's
And
certainly
then
playing down in
we're going to
distance
take the
very
trip
well by the
down
defense, isn't
Dallas.
it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Travis Fulgham, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Extra point from McManus is good, and it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
You know, we get these a lot every single time we broadcast these games. I also start putting in music. I get these constantly. It's like copyright claim, blah, blah, blah. Does it really fucking matter these days? No. Fuck that. We're going to broadcast music while we're playing this game.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. His throw incomplete. Tyler Croft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Open man is Allison, complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. To throw, it's Allen. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Derrick Henry. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Murray now on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's Myers. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And McManus able to put it through.
24-7.
So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll get started out on the West Coast in Oakland, and it's the Raiders out in front as they approach halftime. Josh Jacobs, the lone touchdown there as he's cashed one in on the ground. Next, we'll head east to Cincinnati to check in on the Bengals at home at Paul Brown Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. James Conner, a touchdown run in the victory. Lastly, let's check in at our nation's capital, see what's happening with the Redskins at home at FedEx Field. And they were winners in that one over the visiting LA Chargers. Phillip Rivers, 2 touchdown passes as his guys remain unbeaten.
3-6. No,
Meanwhile, in our
6-3.
game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. An update now from Oakland. The Raiders are out to an early lead. Derek Carr with 1 touchdown pass thus far. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first at 10.
Damn it. Guess I can't get it.
First down, Murray. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Murray going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game.
You guys spoke too soon.
But this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Now he's flushed out left. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. From 13 yards out. And the Broncos push further out in front.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. McManus's point after is good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The drive summary that time, 5 plays, and it ends with a Denver touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the 2nd half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Allen going to throw. Short throw hauled in by Croft. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. Short throw hauled in by Croft.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
Edelman set to return. Shrugs him off. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field. Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. And some space here. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trailed big here to begin quarter number 4. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
of the gun. Here's Murray. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, his 9th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to pour it on.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
She's singing, too.
Oh, she's singing. She's
on like the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing now is Allen. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now is dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their 2nd meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch...
Oh, shit.
Straight ahead.
Let's go. Keep tighten up.
Back to throw it. Murray. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. And for them, this train... McManus now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Here's Allen to throw it. And that's complete to Croft. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And the ball is knocked out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Broncos, the train just keeps rolling 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll look to get back in the winning column
Season's
next
on life
week
support
as they
right
head
now.
to Foxborough
Oh,
to face
shit.
off against the New England
Rip.
Patriots.
Oh,
That'll
rip.
do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Rip.